Programmatic guarantee is a big topic for the industry in 2016, right? And it involves changes on both the publisher exchange side and the buyer DSP side. From the publisher exchange side, better forecasting tools are needed, which can tell the buyers that what kind of inventory would be there in the future. From an advertiser DSP side, changes are needed on the tech, because these are campaigns which are not the traditional meet the CPX metric. These are campaigns which need to perform a guaranteed delivery. So these two changes on the tech side, on publisher and advertiser, are important to be scaled out globally. And I think in 2016 we will see that the widespread scaled global adoption of this guaranteed deal ID execution will take center stage. Things are changing, right? Like now, earlier it used to be this hierarchical approach, but with the header bidding coming into play, with guaranteed execution, with private exchanges, and with now open auction, it is coming to a flatter world, but it is also coming to the point where the publishers have to be smarter. The publishers have to be smarter in allocating specific bits of inventory to specific priority, and the decision of priority versus price was always important, but it's now even more important, that at what price do they give what priority to what kind of buyers. And we are working very closely with our exchange partners like OpenX and others to find the right priority price ratio on every slice of inventory that we get. For the old adage of the right user at the right time for the right marketer, you can add the fourth dimension to it with the right message. And native is, in my opinion, all about the right message. So, when that is delivered programmatically, talk about the creatives being assembled in real time. That is what native is about. Now it has two components, I guess, to it. One for the advertisers, one for the publishers. For the advertisers, one, it provides better ROI according to the initial tests that we have seen. And the other one is better workflow, right? Because if you think about marketers traditionally, they always had this creative tied to a campaign. But now that element of campaign trafficking or that element of finding the right creative kind of disappears, because native, you have to just give individual atomic elements, and the machine decides for that particular user what is the right combination of these elements. For the publishers, user retention and higher frequency is a key thing, right? And native advertising for the publishers is proving to have better user retention. More people are sticking, so the users that are already with the publisher, they have a high stick rate and they're acquiring new users. The second thing important for publishers is yield. So if advertisers have a good experience, users have a good experience on the publishers, advertisers have a good ROI, there's nothing which will stop better yield. So it will be better yield for the publisher. So I think if native delivered properly is a win-win for both sides. We partner with everybody right now. So we treat ourselves as the marketing operating system. And by that we mean that we have great partnerships with Google. We have great partnerships with Facebook. We partner with Facebook on all facets of their tech stack. So we partner them with Atlas, we partner them with the FBM program, which is the direct API buying program. We are one of the biggest buyers on FBX. We are one of the biggest buyers on LiveRail. Similar thing with Google. Now that being said, we want to remain, I think, agnostic to whatever the execution method is, and we are working towards providing a layer where all execution can be transacted through the MediaMath platform. So we would never kind of have a very directional approach. We would always have an approach where we provide the backbone and the advertisers or the marketers can execute on top of that. Since we are a global platform, we deal a lot with normalization and standardized global rollouts. So something that we find working in the US, our job is to have it rolled out across the world. Take, for example, the guaranteed deals, right? Or the guaranteed deal ID execution. Now our job is to make sure that it works seamlessly in APAC, in EMEA, in LATAM, in the US. So that is one of the big challenges. The second challenge is making sure working with publishers to understand the right price priority mix so that the buyers in this whole new world of header, PMPs, open auction have the right understanding of the inventory and where to buy it from. Newer formats, native, connected TV, video, mobile video, so global, consistent rollouts across the world. I think that would be our third biggest focus for 2016. Traditionally, I guess, guaranteed were not in the real-time systems. They were executed outside the real-time pipes, and there were certain firms catering to it. The advertisers always, or the marketers always, had a struggle with adoption of those because they want one unified execution method, which are the real-time pipes. Now, to 2016, I think we will see that this comes to the real-time pipes where deal IDs are used for real-time execution. The second most interesting part about guarantees, which marketers really care about, are porting their audiences over to the publishers, understanding the overlap, and then striking guarantees on audiences they care about. Our top-tier advertisers want the audiences that they have at a price which is comfortable to both publishers and advertisers, and that price can be high. So taking the first-party audiences over to the publishers and striking guaranteed deals based on that would be the next step for guaranteed deal execution, and not just with publisher data.